Hello everyone, Thardu here on Stone Block 4. Plan is to revamp the base a little bit in this stream. I still get this bug every now and then where if I brush the items, it does the first brushing, but on the second brushing it doesn't want to brush the blocks. Don't know why that is. Now that I've cleaned up that cave in, I'm making some more primal coal here again. Let me just dump this off and give you a quick update of where we're at. Okay, on the last episode I did say I want to dig out some room here for the chickens. I did get my builder set up. I did dig out this room, but while I was digging it out I thought I need to try and do something with my base a little bit. So my builder's going, but where it's digging out is actually above us. Just want to go and show you what I've done so far, which is not much. Made a couple of feral flare lanterns so I can light up the area as I dig it out. Don't want any surprises. Okay, so this is the section that has been dug out. I've set it up to do 6x6 chunks, so it will take it a while to dig it all out, but I thought I might as well stream as I start moving a lot of my items up to this level, and then I will dig out the lower level a bit more, and I am considering going up another 2 tiers above that as well, which will give us plenty of space to build our base in. Just a few things I want to do before I start the big move. I want to get some stack upgrades for these chests. I've also converted this overflow chest to a diamond tier chest. I've made the tier 1 stack upgrades. Let me show you that recipe here. So if you look at the recipe for this, it's a base upgrade surrounded by some wood. And the base upgrade is just 5 planks, 4 iron ingots. I've made 4 of those for the 4 double chests. I need a stack of copper, stack of iron, and stack of gold. But before I hit the world engine for that craft, I just want to hit back to my echoes, and if I remember correctly, this first echo is not the one I'm looking for. Let's just go check. I doubt it's the magician we're looking for. I'm looking for the elevators. Let's go to the quartermaster. There we go. There's our elevators. I want to grab 4 elevators for now. Oh yes, what else I've crafted in between is I've made the exchanging gadget as well as the building gadget. I don't want to run back, I want to actually go to the world engine. Okay, we're going to dump our tier upgrades in. If I dump the gold and the iron in, it's not going to do anything, but with the copper, it will start making the tier 2 upgrades. There they go, I can put those in, which will use the iron to make tier 3s. And finally the gold to make the tier 4s, and I've run out of power. Okay, we just need to give our generator a bit of chance. Because it's using the primal coal, at least it's generating 120 Fe per tick, so it shouldn't take that long. Just give it some time to finish up. one is completed. Just waiting for the rest of them to come through. Slightly overtaxed our system. We will be doing some upgrades later which will give our world engine a bit of power storage, which should help a bit. We might even work on some of that during the stream, all depends how things goes. So the tier 3 upgrade, it will increase my stack size by 8, which is pretty good, I think. Will give us plenty of extra storage. Once I've set up a better location for the storage, a lot of the things that's currently in the chest I might end up moving to drawers as well. We will be able to move everything to a better storage system without too much hassle, because we can just replace the lectern with whatever we put in place. This is taking a lot longer than I had thought. Okay, that's number 2 done. Now at least it's only splitting the power between these 2 crafts, so it should go a little bit faster. Every one it completes gives us a bit more speed. Just waiting for these to finish up. So I can take that off. The other thing I want to do is create a pocket generator to charge up my gadgets, which we'll do as soon as I get back to the base. I'll try and keep the boring stuff to streams for those who are interested in watching it. But I don't want to bog down the videos with the more boring stuff. So those who want to see the quick way through, just stick to the videos. So I'll try not to work on any of the quests during the streams that I plan to be doing, just so people don't miss out. Okay, while we wait for that last one, just want to show you on the map. Another thing I've done is I've moved this tunnel up a little bit so I can center all my tunnels on the same spot. So I'll be backfilling this section and doing another tunnel through here, but now that I've got the builder, I'll use the builder to do the digging for me. It will save a bit of time. I did mention, I believe in one of my videos, that I have set up my teleporters all the way to the last one, so they should all be working fine. Might explore some of the structures and streams. Except for the ones we need for quests, of course. Just waiting for this last stack upgrade to finish. This could really use a power buffer, so we don't have this kind of situation, but we'll work on that. It's really taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But that's me being greedy, trying to do everything in one go. There we are. Okay, so we have our 4 stack upgrades. We can head back home. We go slap these into the chest. We can go to the first chest. Just want to spread these out. Put that one in. We've already got some multiples, so I can take the items from my second chest, stick them into the first chest. Got 4 empty spots. We just do chest number 2 and chest number 3 as well. We can take our final one and stick it into this chest here. There we go. Stack upgrades are done. I've got my 4 elevators. I am going to set the first one here, and as we move up we'll set up the other ones above it. I'll find a way to properly incorporate this into my little water feature that I've got here. Let's just check on the fuel. These are doing quite well. Okay, the first thing I want to actually move is this setup here. But instead of crushing the single items, I want to set the system up a little bit more cleverly so that we can crush the double compressed versions, which would speed up the production of the resources a little bit more. So I just want to grab some acacia. Let's see there, we've got 5 drawers over there. So let me just do that. That should be fine. Actually, I just want 20 of these. Being clever. We'll grab a stack of the chests we've got here. Made a huge amount of chests. That's when I realized I actually should put some stack upgrades into my chests. Spread those out. There we go. We've got 10 more acacia drawers. Can throw these back in. And then I would like 5 compacting drawers as well. So we'll need 10 pistons. These are compacting drawers, and then I would like to make some puller upgrades to put into our drawers. So the puller upgrade, let me just bookmark that. So we will need some hoppers. So what else do we need for the puller upgrades? Drawers, I think I do have some drawers still. I did not have sufficient drawers, and of course now I've used my acacia drawers I made. You just grab a stack of logs, stack of chests, just make a huge amount of drawers. There we go, 32 drawers should do for a while. I can put my chests back. Make the other 4 puller upgrades I needed. I hope I'm planning this correctly. Let's grab my axe as well. There we go. Won't need the hammer for a bit. Switch between the axe and pickaxe to get these all dug out. And let's grab the cobble generator. Actually, while we're here, let's see if we can actually upgrade this cobblestone generator. Okay, we need a super cooler to upgrade him. So let's see. For that we need a bucket of water, capacitor, basic machine core, and iron mechanical components. I believe if we go and look at our quest, there's a slow melter as well. If I could just find where that would be. Might as well do that at the same time. There's the slow melter, which is the same recipe except it requires a bucket of lava. Okay, so both of those are old engine crafts needing no upgrades. So we need iron mechanical components, which needs iron plates, 4 each. So that'll be 16 plates we need for that. And we need zinc plates and copper plates for the capacitors. We will need 2 of those. So we need 2 zinc, 2 copper, and we will need 16 iron. Let's head over to our foundry, start making those plates. Okay, let's get the zinc melting down, grab our ingot cast, put in the plate cast. That would be the 2 zinc plates. There goes the copper. These drawers don't show me what's inside, so might be a bit of a back and forth to get those going, but that's fine. Okay, so we've got our 2 zinc plates, our 2 copper plates, and there's the iron coming. This also needs redstone torches. We need 2 of those, which I believe I might have some. We do have 3. Just waiting for our iron plates to cast. Second last one. There we go. We've got all our iron plates. So let's hit the capacitors. Can make our 2 capacitors we will need. Also we'll need a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. So let's grab a bucket of water. Grab a stone. Head over to our little lava source. Grab a bucket of lava, replace that stone. Alright, so we will need to make 2 of the iron mechanical components, which we should be able to do in our engineering workbench, which just throw in of course, we need copper ingots as well, so we need 4 of those. There's our iron components. Yeah, I made too many plates, of course. That's fine. We can throw these into the system. And let's head to the world engine. But now it should have built up a bit of power again. Now it's fully backed up. So we can throw those in, and those in. And what am I missing? Oh, we need the basic machine cores. Let's head back home, craft 2 of those. Woo, almost went through the door again. That we can take off. Basic machine cores. 2 of those, and of course the pocket generator I wanted to craft, I never crafted. Grab that, grab one of these. I'll just grab a stack of charcoal blocks, throw that in there for now. I know there's more efficient ways to do that, but that would be sufficient for now. Head back to the world engine and throw these 2 in. There we go, our 2 crafts are now happening. So we'll get our 2 items. We've got our slow melter and we've got our super cooler. Great. Let's head back home. These 2 will need power as well. So let's get another generator going. Needs a furnace, blast furnace. There we are. I will just temporarily put these down here until I've thought of a better place to put them. Okay, so that's my melter, that's my cooler. So let's have a look again. What I wanted to do was upgrade my cobblestone generator, so I need 810 molten iron. So I get 90 from a plate, which would also be what I get from an ingot. Now, math sucks as usual. I'm going to try 8. See how close we get. I can go to the super cooler. We can throw our cobblestone generator in. I do have some fluid pipes, so I can set that up. I do not have the wooden fluid pipes. Oh yes, I've moved all my planks over there, but let's head to the lectern actually. Sorry for the constant muting, but coughing like crazy again. So if you look at classic, what I want is the oak wooden fluid pipes. Oh, how can you tell me I don't have? I moved my oak plank drawer to over here by my sawmill, but I did not link it to my system. Might as well link the sawdust. That's why it's complaining that I do not have any oak planks. Let's try this again. Fluid pipes. 8 should be more than enough. I do have 4 levers, but I'm going to need another one. So let's just look up the recipe for that. And of course now, because I've picked up my drawers from there, they're not linked. And this one's not linked, so it tells me I have no cobblestone, which we know is a lie. I've got plenty of cobblestone, just none available. Here we go. I know I could have taken a shorter route, but here we go. We need fuel for this one. Generator wasn't working, so yes, I was expecting us to have this melted down. Okay, it appears it's first going to fill up this one with power. Then we're going to get to that one. That's alright. Okay, that can keep going. Exchanging gadgets almost fully charged, and then it will start charging the building gadgets, so we are making progress on that. Now, since I want to put my elevators here, which will be pretty much the dead center of my base, where I'm digging out here is off to one of the corners. It'll take a while before we get to that center. And I can put in the elevator for this level, so we are going to have to go the long way around for now. Alright, time to put in another feral flare lantern here. Just running to this very dark corner. Sorry for the bad lighting, it should get better in a bit. There we go. Okay, looking at our map, this is the last one we'll place in this row. The second row should be covered, and then as it works on the third row, we'll put down another set of lanterns. It will do its thing and light up a bit more as time goes by. There we go, we've already got a little bit more light. So it seems our 2 generators. I originally had only 1 generator on the builder. It appears the second generator is working great. Just in case you haven't noticed when I was at the builder, although we are mining the stone, it does not give us cobblestone, but it does give us stone pebbles. So we are losing out on the cobblestone, but I don't think that's a big problem for us. That's why I put on a compacting drawer there to auto compact those stone pebbles into cobblestone for us, which right now I'm just manually moving to my cobblestone storage. Actually needed to get to that chunk. I want to start from there, seeing as I've got my staircase down that side. It'll take a little bit longer to get there. Let's go and have a look at how our melt is doing. My inventory is making me claustrophobic at the moment. I don't like my inventory looking like that. I just have to share me being an idiot. When I plan to make the upgrades for the stack upgrades for my chests, I inadvertently went and made the tier 3 upgrades for the backpacks. So I did put one into my extra looting backpack, one into my main backpack, and I think I made 3. The third one I just threw into my chests when I realized what I did. Let's throw these gifts from the loot bee into our storage. Bring up our trash slot, get rid of that gravel, get rid of that sand, dirt and dust. That's unnecessary things we are carrying around in our inventory. I am leaving a 3-layer gap between the floors as well. That will just allow me to dig down and put in pipes if as and when need be. Oh my, this is going a lot slower than I'd hoped. We'll just have to wait for that to finish. Harvest my sugarcane in the meantime. I can move my cobblestone from here back the other way, and of course no inventory space. I think this might actually be a good time to have another quick little sidetrack and make us a magnet. I just need to put another pebble in here so this will keep going. I did put a diamond upgrade into this drawer over here so it can stack up a bit more before it runs out of space. Of course, the one pipe is not quite enough to move the pebbles fast enough from the 2 generators. I did fill up this drawer with the tier 1 chicken seeds, but let's get to what I wanted to do now, and that is make a magnet. If I can, I should be able to. Here we go. Can we do the upgraded magnet? That will need an eye of ender. We do not have any blaze powder, but that's alright. Turn our magnet on, and let's throw it into our inventory. Let's put it in a charm slot. Here we are. Okay, so this one's merrily plodding along. This one's almost halfway at filling with power. I'm thinking maybe I should make a second generator, but nah, it's going to be a waste because we won't be using these that much. While that's happening, let's look at our cobblestone generator. Let's see, we can upgrade it to the iron tier, and then gold, and then diamond. Netherite we will pass on for now, so we can actually take it all the way to diamond. So let's grab 8 gold and 8 diamond as well. I am complaining about my inventory, and what do? Go and grab some more items to cart around. Okay, just going to have to wait this out. Waiting for this, of course, gives our builder more time. So we should be able to keep moving a bit better once we are there. Of course, I've done this with 0 prep work, but that's alright. My chicken items I've got ready. Oh, something else I got from one of the Quartermaster Echoes. I did get a Wand of Symmetry. I was contemplating using it, but I might not be using it. At least I've got it. If I do use it, I will show you how it works, and it's actually quite nice for building anything in a circular fashion where you want to replicate anything you do, but we will get into that. Okay, our builder has started on that last chunk. That is good news, so we are making progress. I actually should have had it dig out a little bit more before I started, but that's alright. So I want to put the cobblestone processing down, and then I'm going to move my Unearth is next. And what I would like to do is, as I move things around, I want to set up as much automation as I can. So this whole setup to create brushes, I will be moving up as well. With that, I will set up pipes to where I'm planning to have my storage, because all of this is going to move upstairs as well. And what I want to do is set up some rooms as I go along, just to make things a bit better, which actually reminds me, I do have the stone cutter, which I've got here to cut some blocks, but I would like to make a saw as well, which is one of those things I've been threatening to do but never gotten to it. I'll do the framing saw as well. The saw I was thinking of is clearly not here. Let's have a look at the powered framing saw. Oh, we'll just do the normal framing saw for now. For that we need some frame blocks. Just create a few of those, because then we can use some frame blocks to just try and make things a little bit prettier. There we go. Let's actually have a look at wooden slabs. What easy way do we have of creating these? So we have the manual crafting, create sawing, which is an option, but we also have the immersive engineering sawmill. Precision sawmill can only do it from composters or bookshelves, which is not going to help us. Wall transmutation will just change them, or we can chisel. We can chisel planks into slabs, but that's not very efficient because that will only give us one slab per plank. Okay, so manual it is for now. Let's have a look at how our power is doing. 800,000. We're getting close to starting to melt down the iron. And then we'll see how close I was with my guess for needing 8. Really need to work on some better power as well. But I don't want to get myself sidetracked again. I think we're getting sidetracked enough as it is. Yeah, a lot of blocks we've got access to with the framing saw, which is not a bad thing. Our build is still going strong, 48 blocks of charcoal in each. I'm thinking of keeping the create stuff down here. So when I dig this out, I'll just be careful, dig out around the stuff and not do a bulk dig out like I've done at the top. But I might want to move these down one level so I can seal up the floor here. I've got a lot of ideas, but yeah, whether I'll be able to execute something reasonable out of it is a different question altogether. Just waiting for this last bit of power, then it'll start melting our iron. A slow melter and super cooler I've meant to do ages ago, but as always getting myself sidetracked, trying to find the completed quests. Here's the one we did for the magnet. Great, and there we go. It's done, so this one should start getting power now. We should have our iron melting. And I'm not seeing it melting. Let's just have a look here at the uses for this. There's my slow melter. I can't quite see. Okay, that's 2000 FE it says, so maybe it needs to... Nope. There we go. Just picked them up, dumped them back in, and now they seem to be working. And we can see our molten iron moving this side to my supercooler. Your slow melter and supercooler can't mix liquids. So if you have one liquid in, it will not mix with any others. Aha, okay, so we've got 720. We don't have enough. We need one more. So while I'm at it, let me grab one more gold and one more diamond. Apologies if you hear the noise. The neighbor's dogs are being terrible again today. The slow melt is not that slow, which is not a bad thing. And there we go. We've got our iron cobblestone generator. It should be enough to melt our gold as well. And of course, loot B. Dropping a bunch of items. Magnets grabbing them nicely if I get close. So for the diamonds, I just need to drop in 9 there. And we can put our gold cobblestone generator in. As soon as we have enough. Oh, we might have made a boo-boo here. Let me just grab one of these out. Let's see. Uses, how much do we need? We need 900. Okay, so we do need all of them. There's our diamond. Great, so we've now got our diamond cobblestone generator. Let's go dump the rest of the goodies off. Get back upstairs. And you can go as well. And see what we can start doing. Even with the chickens, I want to do a bit of automation when I get them up at the top to automatically produce feathers for us. For that, I will need to get into industrial foregoing a little bit as well, which I will set up as well in our new space here. I might set up multiple draw systems up here as well to just make things a little bit easier on ourselves. Just 2 more layers to go for our builder, so we are getting there. Almost there. I'm not the most patient of people. While we wait for that, let me start looking at Flux Networks. We've already got one controller which we got as a quest reward. But I would like to create at least one more. Might create 2 more, set up 2 networks, one for us and one for the world engine. Oh, well, four networks, two for us and two for the world engine. I like to use two networks, flux networks, my bases, one for generating power and one for distributing power. Just makes it a little bit easier for me. I know it's overkill, but that's me. All right. If we have the materials, we can work all the way to gargantuan storage. Okay, that's just, we know there's flux blocks, which requires flux cores and flux dust. The flux cores, eyes of Ender. That might still be a problem for us, so not yet. But I'm going to leave this controller in my bookmarks here to remind me of what I want to do. Second last layer, almost there. I don't want to start digging manually now. That's just going to fill up my inventory with cobblestone. And I don't have much inventory as it is. Another thing I want to actually do, seeing as I die so often, is I want to make an auto feeding upgrade. So if we look at the feeding upgrade, the advanced feeding upgrade requires the feeding upgrade, diamond, no problem, gold, no problem, redstone, no problem. The feeding upgrade, golden carrot, we've got carrots, so that shouldn't be a problem. Golden apples, I'm sure we've got. Glistening melon, I have melon seeds, so we can actually, let's go plant a melon, get that growing so long. Why am I running to my base location when I can just, run back and forth through the portal? I believe that's my melon seeds. Yes, it is. Actually, let's put this in the farm. My farmer is actually full up on chicken seeds. Let us actually trash these. And I just want to check. Yeah, I put that on top of a worm, so that's fine. That means that, no, it's not on top of a worm. Let me grab that. Plonk that back down. I want the seed on top of the worm so that when the melon spawns it won't destroy the worm. Take these out. I'm just switching this one off for now so it doesn't pump anything out. There we go. Right, so that can start growing in the meantime. Let's see it back up. Now I did make the exchanging gadget, and that is so that I can replace the stone in the walls with other blocks when I finally decide on what I'm going to do for the outside walls. But for now, let's just start here. I'm going to leave some space behind it. Dig our little hole here, and we can put our diamond generator in there. Now we need to find our, let's put all of these down so I can see what's what. This should be the cobblestone one, which it is. Grab the X. So I can put this one on top of there. Then I want a compacting drawer on top of that. Set this slot to cobble, and we are going to put a puller upgrade in and tell it to pull from the down. Sorry, slow down. There we go. So that will start pulling these in, which is great. And then want an acacia drawer on top of that. We're going to take one of the double compressed cobble, put that in there. We then put another puller upgrade and tell this one to pull from the down as well. So it will only pull the double compressed cobble in there for us. Great. We're then going to have one of our hammers, which I've upgraded to diamond tier. And we then stick a drawer next to that. Great. And that will put double compressed gravel in here for us, which is fantastic. So we're going to have a drawer underneath that. I'll move my torches out and we can grab our gravel here. And we are going to reverse the process by pulling this down. I actually need to lock these. Not link them, lock them. Grab my configuration tool. These are locked. Lock this one, lock that one, lock this one. I just need to remember to lock them all as I place them. Move these out of the way. Grab my cobblestone again, put that in there. Just give it some time to fill up. Here we go, take a double compressed. There we are. Alright, so now we can repeat the process here, but this time we want to pull from the up. There we are. And this one we're going to pull from the up as well. Okay, and I've got a diamond upgrade in this one, which I haven't gotten in any of the others yet, because it was taking them forever and a day to fill up. This is still a bit slow. I might do something to speed this up a bit more. Get the items out from here a bit faster, but we'll see how we go. Right, so we can put in our next one, which will now have our double compressed sand coming in here. Grab this, grab a drawer here, compacting drawer, and then we want, let's just move the backpack out of the way. Oh no, sorry, not sand, this would be dirt. Backpack out of the way, I said. There we go. I can lock this one, but I'm going to leave this one unlocked because I want this to process first. To do that, let's just grab our puller upgrade out for a bit. There we are. Now it can go back in. These are all locked. I can take one of the dirt, put that in there. We want a puller upgrade in here to pull from the up. And the same here. Sorry, I had to mute that cough. The reason I'm doing this is these bottom drawers that I have will be available for my unearthers to use, and my extras will just move along over the top. Will take me a while to fill up this backlog, but I'm not too concerned about that just yet. I'm going to need some copper pipes to just help speed this up maybe, or I can just manually grab a bunch of this cobble and stick it in here. It will take a while to backstop these. This one's already full, so this one's filling up. Once we get to 512 blocks of double compressed, it will start flowing through. So I'm not too concerned just yet. The whole system will backstop eventually. Misclick, there we go. Our compacting drawer, grab our axe, get this one on, down. This will be our sand. Sand over here, and finally our dust over here. I might actually, when I set up the system here at on this side, I might end up using pipes to fill the unearthers instead of using the starbuncles. But I might still employ one starbuncle to just do the brushes for me. Still want my little critters to work. Might just bring it down to just a single starbuncle I'll use here by my unearthers, but that is quite alright. Get this set up, get this one in. Again, let's just take the puller upgrade out for a bit. I actually might need to take this one out as well. Alright, so we did get our dust done. I will need my levers to switch these off, but I don't believe I can put the levers here on the side. So I need to pull her up a bit. Just grab some cobble here. Can do this. Get my 4 levers in here. That way I can toggle them on and off. Let's switch this one off so it doesn't create more dust for us. So blanked out there for a second. There we go. Got sand coming in. I can put this one back in. Let's lock our sand in place. Lock this one. Lock this one. Put our double compressed in. And then set the last pullers in. That one pull from up. That one pull from up. That one from up. And finally this one to pull from up. There we go. Now we can switch this one back on. There we go. Okay, so once this one's full, it'll start filling our dirt, fill our sand, fill our dust. I actually don't need this diamond upgrade here at the bottom, but I'll leave it, and I might just do these to diamond as well. It just gives me plenty of resources available. Of course, I don't want to void these, because if I were to void these, it will never filter through to the end. And this leaves me space here at the back where I can set up pipes to pull the items out from here as we need them. I think I might use classic pipes again, but use network pipes, which should be fine. Because I can set those up, they'll just pull as needed into my unearthers. As I did say, I've got 3 layers between this floor and the floor below, so I've got plenty of room to run my pipes underground to my unearthers, which I might actually think how we're going to do that layout. I think let's put the unearthers along this wall. Yeah, that might work. Put them down that wall. Let's have a look at the stick we got. Oh, it was a max health stick. Let's take a shortcut back to the bottom. I can dump this cobble, dump our stick. Now, of course, my starbunkles will continually try to fill these. However, since these resources aren't here anymore, it's said to take from 3 locations, take from 2 locations, but they can't. So let's actually pick these up. I'm sorry, dude. Easiest way to pick up the beds, I don't know. Just use an empty hand. There we go. There we go. We've got our 2 starbunkle tokens. We can put them in our backpack as well as the 2 beds. That's done. Now I'm just going to switch these on to pipe out so it can finish what it's busy with. I'll take these 3 empty ones and we could move them up so long. I'll grab the pipes later. Still need to think how best I want to do it. I think I'm just going to put them all in a single long line. And then we can build a room around them. Build is almost done with that chunk. If I put them in a single line, yeah, we might have a nice slender room, slight L here. Because I want to set up walls around the items, trying not to just keep everything square. I am thinking maybe I should put 3 rows of 3 with some space to walk between them. So we'll leave 3 open blocks. Yeah, that should work. Can have 1 row there. Have the second row here. Third row here. We still end up with a bit of a square room here, but in this one I might drop my roof a little bit and have the extracting happening from the top on them, because we need to move everything to the center over here. So I'll have massive pipe networks pumping everything in there. It will be quite busy, but that's fine. That's why I've upgraded my overflow chest as well, and I'm running down again. I did upgrade this to diamond tier as well. As you can see, I've already got my iron plates coming in here. I don't know why my iron plates are in there. There we go. They should have put them in the... I think my sequence on my chest is a bit messed. But this one shouldn't be linked to my system. 4 connected inventories, which is my controller, and those 3. I don't know, I think I messed up somewhere. But we'll see how I solve that. How are you guys progressing? I can take this one. I can take this one. I can take this one. Sounds terrible when I break these. So I've got my 2 geologists and my 1 archaeologist here. Those other just finish exporting the inventories and brushing the extra stack of materials they've got. Oh, also this layer I've planned to make it 5 high. This one I've made 7 high, but I might drop the roof on a lot of these rooms. Either that or actually try and put in some decorations. Is this the right spot? Yes, 3 blocks open. There we go, there's our second row. I'll dig underneath, put in the pipes. I will need some stocking pipes for each one of them, which I can program to the materials I want in them. And that should keep them stocked up. I'll put my dimensionalist at the back, my geologist in the middle, and my archaeologist on the front. Speaking from the center of my base, if we were to look in this direction. So this one will be a geologist. This one will be a geologist. I've got the 2 brushes which they had. I'll just put those in. Waste not, want not. And then when I put in my archaeologist, they can come on the front side. Just see how things are going here. It looks like they're done. He's done. This one's still busy. He's missing a brush, so there you go. And this one's good. I can hear the lava from my Ars Nouveau setup there. I am contemplating on using this lava more efficiently, seeing as it's constantly creating lava. I'm thinking of having a little setup where I can pump this lava up, have some block places to replace the stone blocks. Maybe, I don't know. I'm in 2 minds of what I want to do. But I was thinking if I could pump that lava out, maybe feed it into a tank that can feed my foundry. Or I can just use lava eggs, use a different block underneath it so it won't melt it. For now I'm going to keep the lava until I have something else. Get an alternative going first and then I'll replace this. I might end up keeping a lot of my magic stuff on this level. So I'm not planning to move that just yet. Put our last 3 unearthers in here. Okay, we actually need some more space to do this. I said I did not want to dig out manually. I just want to check. That might be a problem because if my builder comes through, it is going to grab these guys. Do I need 3 spaces at the back? Actually, no. I'm going to move these back right against the wall. So you can go there. You can go there. Of course, no prior planning here. I'm just going by the seat of my pants here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just trying to get them positioned properly. We go, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We've got one block breathing room for now. Nope. Here we are. Okay, archaeologist in here. There's a brush for you. We have an archaeologist in here with a brush. An archaeologist in here with a brush. Yeah, before I'm going to set up any of the extracts and everything like that, I would like to move my storage up to this level as well. Or at least the controller. But I would like that about center. So it will be a while before I do that. I might do a couple of streams during the coming week as I move my base around. And we have room for our dimension lists here at the back. I might either go to one of these deep dark areas. See, I've got 3 down here. And it looks like another one up here. So that gives me 4 options to try and go and get some of the, I forgot the name, echo shards that I need to make the resonance engineering block so I can train my dimensionalists. I think everything else, these I will have to buy, or I can make them through my engineer's workbench. Yes, I've got the correct stuff. But we will need plastic, so again, we need to either get a cow to get plastic, or we're going to need to get immersive engineering going to get some plastic. Haven't decided which way I'm going to go yet. Might start with immersive engineering and switch to cows later. I don't know yet. Okay, if we have a look here, we're up to 315 blocks here. That's not bad. Still producing the cobble faster than we converting them. So it appears that our puller is not working fast enough. But I'm hoping it's only a problem now while it's still trying to catch up. Just trying to think, if I have my pipes to pull out at the top, another cave in, I will need to be able to switch them off. So I'm thinking to pull here in the center. As I said, bring the roof down, if not for the entire room, at least over my unearthers. But yeah, still to decide. Okay, let's get rid of this. And again, it's not brushing the second time for some obscure reason. So I'll just do the first brush and then break the blocks. Get rid of these. go. Can dump off any gravel we've got, and any sand we got out of that. Wrong key. Turn my magnet off. There we go. It's back on. Let's head back home. Go drop off these goodies while my controller is still here. Okay, so we've cleaned up here for the most part. I'll grab the pipes later. I can hear the build up top. I still need to move this setup up there as well. For now, let's just grab this drawer so I can plan where I want to put my crafting setup. I'll probably end up making it a little bit more compact when I move it up here. I can actually put the access point here with the crafter, with the drawer here. Make it seriously compact here, which is fine. Then I can grab one of my starbuncles and set him up to do brushes up here. I can place his bed right over here. And of course he's running off because I did not clear his tasks. Just shift. There we go. Tasks cleared. Right. Grab the starbuncle. Let's set his home. There we go. He should come back now and hop into his bed. There we go. Okay, so we grab our starbuncle, start back here, shift right click there. Number 2. I'm setting his drop off locations first, and then I'll set his pickup location. And I've cleared his tasks because I shift right clicked on him. As I was saying, I want to set up his drop-offs first and then his pickup, so that way he won't run around while I'm trying to get everything configured. No, just right click. Then shift right click. I keep messing up the right click and shift right click. At least we can see which ones we've done. Nope, shift right click. I'm giving him 9 locations to put brushes in, but they don't run through the brushes that fast, so it shouldn't be a problem. I am only going to be using him until I can make my indestructible brushes, which I actually need to check what is still needed to do that. But these resources aren't a big problem for me right now, so having them crafted, not the biggest of issues. Right, unbreakable brushes, of course. we actually can make these. We need 9, so we need 18 netherite scraps. Let's go home and see how many we have. I am 1 short. However, if we look at these, a dimensionalist on netherrack will give me this. So, I'm actually going to create 8 of these, which means we will be 1 brush short. I wonder if I can do back after I use the gates. Oh no, not a good idea. Okay. Let's get back home. This is still the machinist's area. Let us get back home. Okay, so we will need to make reinforced brushes. If I remember correctly, yes. We'll need to make these, which needs smithing templates, which needs mysterious scrap metal, gem fused slate, which is gem dust with deep slate. I did melt down some deep slates, so let's grab 4 of these. And some deep slate. Let's see how we can go about this. Okay, that's 32 of them. Okay. Each craft gives me 2. So I need 5 crafts. So let's grab 5 of these. And we need some stone, of course. Will always be the stuff I don't have. Let me try shift clicking. There we go. Okay, that's 10. We need to make 9 brushes for mine. Earth is on 1 for me, so that is 10. That is perfect. Okay, but we won't have all the materials we need to make all of them. Okay, so we need those, we need brushes, and we need diamonds. So let's grab 10 diamonds. Yeah, I'm still grabbing all the stuff, although I know I don't have enough of the netherite scrap, but that's fine. And let's head upstairs and grab some brushes from there. So I'm going to pick up my starbuncle because we will not be using his services there anymore if we're going to go the indestructible brush route or unbreakable brush route. But I think he served us well. I will find something else for him to do. Sorry, dude. Just break the bed as well. He heals pretty quick, it looks like. Okay. 10 brushes. That is actually perfect. I did not actually plan it that way, but I've set the system up perfectly. Okay, so we need our smithing table and we need our brushes. So we can do 8 right now. Put in our templates, put in our diamonds. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm also also going to take this one out and give it to one of the unearthers for now, so that I don't waste those. These two I'm going to put in my backpack as soon as we get some more netherite scrap, which I've been getting for the most part from the cave-ins. Oh, if I didn't show you before, here's all the spawners I grabbed from the Arcane Grove. Put that oak drawer back into my system here. We can put the Dominion one into our backpack. Oh, our building gadget and exchanging gadget is now fully charged. Let's head to the world engine and make some unbreakable brushes. And of course, I overtax my system entirely. Given it 8, there's only room for 6, so I just want to wait for 2 to come out, grab them, and then I can come and pick up the other 6 later. Didn't even check how much power that uses. Let's just have a look. Why am I not seeing? There we go. Okay, to craft this. Now, because I don't have the rotational power, I know it will be using this recipe, which will take 983,040 Fe. It's also using source, but source is not a problem. I'm just wondering, if I had the rotational power, which of the two would it have used? So it's the same amount of energy. This one requires 16 RPM rotational power, or sorry, 32 RPM rotational power. And it's got a stress impact of 16 x RPM. This one requires a bucket of source each, or 1000 source. This one requires no source, nothing else. So yeah, I'm not sure how it decides which of the two it would use between them then. But since I don't have my chain drive linked up, I know there's no rotational power. So guaranteed it is using the source recipe. But my source is already filled up again. You can see this volcanic source link has changed this deep slate here at the back to lava as well. But that's fine, I'm not too concerned about that. We've still got 605 blocks of charcoal here. So that's not a biggie. I just need 2 of these to finish crafting so that I know there'll be room, because I don't know what's going to happen if there's no space for the items to go. So I just want to wait for those 2 to craft. I keep overtaxing this because I don't think it can do 16 crafts at a time, so I just don't have the infrastructure, i.e. power in this case mostly, to do it. But if I don't do those unbreakable brushes now, I will probably forget them. So doing 8 brushes, I'm going to keep 1 of them. So I'll have enough to get 7 unearthers stocked up on brushes, which is fine. That'll be my 3 archaeologists, 3 geologists, and 1 of the dimensionalists, which I still need to create. But then we can take it from there. That first dimensionalist can do netherrack for us, get us some more netherite scraps, So we'll be able to carry on from there. Shouldn't be a problem. It is taking incredibly long. And I'm too scared to leave because, as I say, I've dumped enough for 8 crafts. There's only 6 slots here. And with my luck, they'll despawn, and netherite at this point in time is still precious to me. How's my generator on fuel? Ooh, I've only got 6 blocks of primal coal left. Should be fine for this. Or at least get 2 out for me, hopefully. I've been making some more primal coal to restock this. Progress bar is moving, so we should be able to get our first one done. Sorry, frog in throat. Almost there. And there is our first brush. Down to 5 primal coal. Should be fine to quickly run to the base, grab some more primal coal. I don't have that much. Still need to actually automate this at some point. But I can grab another stack. Can head back to the walled engine. Toss those in there. It'll leave us with 5 for now. See where we're at when we get that second brush. Might dump one more primal coal block in there. I'm specifically using the primal coal here because it does give me double the power generation. So it is a bit faster, but yeah. Speed is very relative. So this unbreakable brush I'm dumping in my inventory so I don't give it to one of my unearthers. Not that it'll be a loss, but I just want to try and keep track of things. Of course, now we're not seeing our progress bar anymore, so I have no idea how it's progressing on the second craft. hope it's not going to take the same amount of time from scratch. I hope it has progressed some already. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's head back home. Get back to our unearthers because I want to get through these half-used brushes maybe. So they're ready for their unbreakable brushes. Gives me a chance to see how the build is progressing at digging out our space. We've moved on to chunk number 3, row 2. I'll leave that running and make sure it's lit up here in between this stream and whatever I do next, whether that be another recording or another stream with me moving stuff around. I might set up some temporary things in the meantime to keep things going. So let's do this. So let's set dirt on the far side. So you can do dirt for me. We'll do sand in the middle. And we can do dust on this end. Just give them each a stack. You've got a brush, you've got a brush, but I'll grab that one. You don't have a brush, and I don't believe any of these have brushes. They shouldn't have any. You are going to brush gravel for me. And then we still have other rock and soul sand, which I still need to set up somehow, but I will still need to find a decent solution for that. For now, the main thing is I want to get rid of these brushes. These will all run out of space soon because, I mean, these saplings I've got in 2x2 drawers. Don't have much use for them right now, so okay, we are starting to work on dirt already. So my little system is filling up. Let's just push some more cobblestone manually. Doesn't take it long to work through these. Oh, I missed this one. Some more dark Psychorium. We still have some gem infused slate left, which is not bad. I'm 150% sure we will have a use for them at some point. So that shouldn't be a problem for us. Okay, he's still brushing away, he's still brushing away. This brush is not going to get through that full stack, but that's fine. Got these two I want to get rid of as well. Sorry, I've got Puppy here begging for a walk. Trying to keep him calm for a little bit longer. And I'll probably end the stream. Hello there, Andrush. Sorry, I'm only seeing now that you've joined the chat. My screens aren't set up in such a way that I can easily see what's happening, but welcome. Just waiting for this brush to go, but he is taking his sweet time. I think his inventory's full, that's why he's not doing anything. I'm going to have to set up a bit of a piping system here. So let's head home. Keep jumping through the portal. I'm pretty sure I've got an access point here. Somewhere in this mess. There we go, found my access point. Let me dump off what I can. Here we are. Okay, now before I move this, I'm thinking, because I know I'm going to need my overflow as well. I'm actually going to set this bone meal to trash. We can pump those out. So I am thinking, this is still quite a distance away from that. I'll just set up a temporary overflow up there for now. So let's grab 2 chests from here. Head back upstairs. Nope, before I do that, sorry. I want to grab these lapis pipes. Grab a tool so I can vein mine these off. Get my pipes and levers from here. We can go upstairs, set that up. As I say, a temporary location for us to get the resources out of our unearthers there. I'm realizing I'm not multitasking well. If I start doing things, I stop speaking. As I said, I want to pipe these up and over. So for now, I'm going to just dump the access point about here. Should be fine. Now I will be needing my linking tool. Link that to the controller. And then we can start setting up the pipes. Now we need everything to go that away. And about where that feral flea lantern is where I will finally pull them to that side, which is fine. So we're going to have our lapis pipe here. Have my overflow chest here with another lapis pipe there. Because I don't want stuff to slosh back and forth there. Actually, we will be coming in from this side. I'm thinking let us do this. I might need to move these up one more to do what I want to do. So let's just grab some cobblestone to build up. Might need some more pipes as well. Let's start with the front row. I'll just go up here and then we can head that way and this way, which means I want to replace this one with an iron pipe going down. That's perfect. Here we want a copper pipe and an iron pipe on top of it. Just move this out of the way so I can have an empty hand to change that iron pipe. I'll clean up my mess. Alright, have our copper pipe here with an iron pipe on top of it. Pull her up this side. Come over, have our copper pipe here. This one will not require an iron pipe, seeing as there is only the one direction it can go. I was not thinking straight. I should have brought some blocks to fill up at the top, but that's fine. Sorry, I'm just muting out another cough. Yeah, I can't put, for now I'll just put a cobblestone block here, so I can put my lever there. Test my pipe, it should work fine. Of course, if it didn't link properly, everything will just end up in my overflow here. But everything seems to be working fine. I'll replace these cobblestone blocks with decent blocks when I bring my roof down a little bit here. As I said, I'll probably just bring the roof down over the unearthers. In the meantime, we can extend this to run down here. Here we will need another iron pipe because I'm going to be running this pipe into this as well. Great, we won't need an iron pipe here because there will be a single route. And let's get up here. I'll set this one up. Okay, don't have enough iron pipes, so I will need some more iron pipes as well as wooden pipes. Heading back home. Sorry, blank moment there. Actually, let's type in here. Pipe, we will need some more iron pipes. 8 should be sufficient. Let's get some more oak pipes. 40 should definitely do it. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very worried about how I do my efficiency on this. like to finish the pipes pulling out as well as the pipes pushing my resources in, still in this stream, so hopefully you can bear with that. I just want to type a reply to Andrush here, because I think he might still be earlier on in the video. Because he did not join from the beginning. And of course I've got a loot bee filling up my inventory again. I'll clean up the mess I'm making here as well. I want a copper pipe here. I want a cobblestone there for my lever. And here as well. Wooden pipe. Get an iron down here. Put this over. I'm just trying to keep some form of symmetry. Hence I'm putting all my levers on the same side. But I do need to turn this pipe. Can pump out from here. Need to rotate this iron pipe. There we go. Let's clean this up. There we go. He should be brushing again. There we are. I have cleaned up this mess. Great. So just my last row to do. So let's hop up here. Need a copper pipe with an iron pipe. Cobblestone there. With a wooden pipe. Building out the lazy way so I don't need to pillar all over the place. Copper pipe, iron pipe. We need to rotate this one. Let's just rotate that one as well while we're here. And there's our last copper pipe, which can get a wooden pipe. Cobblestone. And we can put in these 3 levers. Quickly grab everything this bee has dropped for us. Alrighty. Okay, so that is pumping out. Oh, redstone's filled up as well. Nice. And there goes a brush. It's this one who lost his brush. I think I'm just going to keep feeding him a bit more as well. Grab some more gravel for now. Give him another stack. There we are. Can dump the remainder of the cobble in there. Push some more up. I'll see once this is all operational whether these puller upgrades are sufficient. If they're not, well, it's actually only in this section which is a problem. I might need to add 2 more in there to speed it up. If that doesn't work, I'll need to find a different solution, which right now, because I'm lacking netherite, will probably not be classic pipes, but might be mechanism pipes. But all in all, this does appear to be working fine. I'm not going to restock this one with dirt, so I'm just going to grab his brush. Speaking of brushes, I need to go check on the world engine. Let's just dump these pipes into my backpack. I'll restock sand for now. Actually, I can restock the dirt. I just need to switch the pipe off so we don't pull out. And I'm going to do the same with dust for now. Stop pumping out, because I would like them to fill up and backstop, so that when I put my supply pipes in, it should work. So let's head back to the world engine quick. We've got 4 more unbreakable brushes done. Okay, now I can breathe more easily, because I shouldn't have problems with it running out of space there. Okay, so now for our supply pipes. We will need stock pipes or stocking pipes. Let's see, backpack. So we'll need the stocking pipes. We'll need 9 of these. I've got 6, so I know I craft 8 at a time, so I'm just going to keep 1 of these. I will need provider pipes. Why am I not seeing them? I don't think I have any provider pipes. I've only got storage pipes. But I'm going to craft provider pipes, so that's fine. So let's go. We need 9 storage pipes. So there's our 9. We need provider pipes. There we are. We need to create, oh, brilliant. I need some more darkened glass. Let's create a couple of those. Need to create a second stack of provider pipes because we need 9, as I said. I'm just thinking that should be sufficient. I might need to come back for some routing pipes. So let's actually create some now. There's my routing pipes. That should be more than enough. And I can use wooden pipes. I can put that one away and that one away for now. And I will just need some stone to fix the holes I'm about to make. Actually, let me get back there. Take shortcut. I keep changing my mind. I want to try and keep it semi-efficient. So I want to create another access point. So let's create our repeater. There's our access point. Just print over there. I'm going to put the access point down in the middle and supply everything from there, which means I need to link these drawers into my system so their items will be available. So let me grab my linking tool, add my dust, sand, dirt, gravel, cobble. There we are. Actually, I need to keep the linking tool handy because, yeah, underneath this one, I'm going to go down to, this is where I want my access point, which I need to link to my system as well. Great. Actually, no, I don't want it center there. I want it slightly off center. Let me just dig my way through here. I want to head to this one here at the back. And we want to head to the one in front. Right, come back here. Head down that way. That's the right spot. Just want to dig these out first. Yeah, I just want to create a little access point for me. There we go, and we're going to head that way. And we're heading to this one. Sorry, I will be jumping in and out quite a bit here, but that's fine. I'll just put the stocking pipes on the ends. There and there. There and there. Okay, now let's set up those stocking pipes so I don't need to access them anymore. Let's just get rid of this cobblestone trailing me. So let's see, we've got dirt, sand and dust. And no inventory space, but that's fine. So dirt, I want in here. So we're going to say stock up with dirt. And I want it to keep 64 dirt in here. Get that set up. Remember with the stocking pipe, it's right click to increase the count and left click to decrease the count. And then I can take that extra dirt, let's just dump the sand, dust, and I can put it in there so it's out of the way. We've got our sand, come to this stocking pipe. I want to stock up sand here. Again, we want a stack. There we go, 64. Let's just drop out dust for a second so I can throw the sand in there. If I was still using brushes in them. I could use the same stocking pipe to insert one brush in each as well. But seeing as we're moving to the unbreaking brushes, I'm not going to bother to do that now. I was happy to use the starbuckles earlier. Here we go. Dust is done. So now that those are set up, I can take my wooden pipes, run them down here. That's just a bend, so that shouldn't be a problem. And set up that one, this one. I'm only going to run the pipe up to here so I can still access this section here. What stick did we get? 4.43 absorption. I'm pretty sure I've got a better one. I can set up, not there. Set up this pipe to run here. Grab some of my stone. We can close up this hole. Of course I can't. There we go. Just close up the sections we don't need open. Okay, for my dimensionalists, we need netherrack, we need endstone, and what is the last thing? I can't remember now. Let's just look at the dimension list. Uses. Oh, it's other rock, netherrack, and endstone. And of course I jump in there. Other rock, netherrack, endstone. So we don't have other rock yet, but we do have endstone. Apologies. Almost missed that cough completely. Okay. As I was saying, we don't have other rock yet, but we should have the ways, a means to create some. There we go, other rock. So a spirit fire with diorite. So let's just grab a stick of diorite for now. I've got too much stone on me here. I need one of the demon fruit. And do I have a flint and steel? Yes, I do. I'm just going to move my pocket generator out of the way for now. Oh, we can do it here in this corner. Let's just get everything ready. We throw that down, light it, and then we can just toss our diorite in. And there we go. We've got a stack of other rock. I'm going to put it in that drawer, and then we can head up. While I'm here, let's put my flint and steel away, grab netherrack and endstone, so we can actually set up the materials for my last three, for my 3-dimensionalists. The only thing you need to remember on these is they might need to level up a little bit. So if we just go back to the dimensionalist, look at its uses. If we look at the third page, endstone from level 1, not a problem. Netherrack, level 1, not a problem. But there's no other rock here. If we go up to where other rock starts, it's only at level 4. So we will need to manually feed our guy for other rock, either netherrack or endstone, until he reaches level 4, at which time you should be able to process the other rock, but I will set up the pipes to auto feed the other rock in. We will just manually swap it out in the beginning. Set this up to 64. I'm not the fastest of clickers. Alright, and we can throw a netherrack in there. And we can place these pipes. Oh, ran out of wooden pipes. Okay, that's fine. We'll go make some more now. Put endstone in here. Get it up to 64. I know this is not the fastest of things, but at least this will get us better situated with our unearthers in a better space and can start building a proper base around them. Something that looks a little bit better than the primitive holes I had. There we go. I'm not going to put that other rock in there because, as I said, we want this guy to do something else first, although he will fill up with other rock as soon as I connect my system, but that's alright. We need some more wooden pipes. Of course, my guess that the 40 pipes would be enough was way off. There's another stack, that should be fine. I just want to look what we need for the geologist. Just to confirm. So we need soul sand, gravel, and we want crushed kiwi. Crushed kiwi is the one thing I don't have yet. Do we have any way we can get kiwi yet? Primogel goo with skystone. Sorry, I had to mute another cough there. We don't have any skystone or skystone dust yet, so I will need to leave a little access point for that one, but that's fine. So we just have our last three. I wanted to grab soul sand. Oh, goodness me. Since our system is now hooked up, I should have access to my sand here, which is fantastic. There we go, we've got 14 soul sand, that should be fine for now. Of course, that sand I just dumped in went to my chest. Yes. I'll go put it in the compacting drawer upstairs. Okay, so this is the one I would like to keep for the kiwi. So I'm just leaving a little entrance for me here. I can take my stone and we can block this section off. There we go. So we'll put our stocking pipe in here. Let's see if we can actually drag it from JI, which we can. Don't right click it. Don't shift right click it, I mean. Drag it in and we can right click that and move it up to 64. That's fantastic. So we can set this to push the kiwi in, so we actually don't need that access point. So I'll close it up now and we go out again. Get that up to 64. I've been an idiot. Okay, I need to get back to all my stocking pipes again. I'm just going to go in from this side now. Alright, I need to set this to active stocking, which I forgot. Just getting to all of them again, setting them to active stocking. Now that I think about it, I'm not 100% sure that I would need the active stocking, but I'd rather have it on and be safe rather than sorry. Because normally the active stocking is only needed for crafting items, but I'd rather not risk it not working and having to dig this up at a later stage when I think I've moved on past this. Okay, so let's move the soul sand out of the way and grab the routing pipes. Because this is an intersection, it must have a routing pipe, otherwise it will break the network. So we can move to this side, bring our stone and pipe through. I did set those up, I'm sure I did. Another wooden pipe, another stone there. Here we need a routing pipe, and here we need a stocking pipe. This one needs to be gravel, which I do not have any gravel on me now, so let's quickly go up and grab that. Toss the cobble in there, toss that sand in there that I'm carrying around, grab gravel. Right, we'll set this one up with a gravel. Get that up to 64. That is marvelous. Now we can run our pipe here, just set this to active stocking as well. Close this up as I move backwards. This one is set up properly. Can get this pipe coming through. Great. Double check he's set up. Get this pipe running through. Where shall I put my access point? I think I might put it down here. And grab our access point, put it down there, get that linked to the system. There's my linking tool. There it's linked. This one will need a provider pipe, but I still need to set this final stocking pipe here. Active stocking for soul sand. Get the quantity to 64. We are almost done with this. There we go. This will require a routing pipe here. We can dump the stuff the loot bee is dumping on us in there. Soul sand doesn't have a drawer yet, so that's got nowhere to go. Got another oak drawer. Okay, so we've got our routing pipe there. We can put a normal pipe in here, and then we need to put a provider pipe in there. And as you saw, immediately as soon as I put that pipe in, we had some resources moving around already. So let's have a look. If you look at the netherrack, it's fully stocked. The end stone is fully stocked. Other stone is other rock is fully stocked. Gravel is fully stocked. The soul sand is not stocked because I've got the soul sand on me. That's fine. And what did we have here again? Blank. The kiwi is not stocked because we don't have any. Dirt is fully stocked. Sand is fully stocked. And the gravel is fully stocked. So that is working very, very nicely. I do want to put one of my unbreaking brushes in the netherrack here because we need that those netherite scraps, and I don't want to miss out on that. So making sure we can get those. And as you can see, items are routing through my pipes nicely, going where they need to. Keeps pushing to that side. I don't know if it's just a visual glitch, because none of these are using any items at the moment. But that is alright. Okay, so we've got our materials being produced here. We've got our unearther set up. They will pull items through. I can actually go and grab some stone because I dumped it all in my system, and I can close this section up. And we can start supplying unbreaking brushes to these guys as soon as they work through them. There's one more brush to break. So my dust is not extracting, which is fine. We'll probably extract a bit more there. Gravel, you can get on the first unbreaking brush. I can put these pipes away, head back home, grab some stone to come and close this up, and find a spot for my soul sand, which I don't have. I might just dump this oak drawer here for now. We lock the drawer, link the drawer, dumping the soul sand, and gone is the soul sand. They should now be in that unearther, all working quite nicely. That hole is bugging me every time I run past. Oh, as I said in the beginning, I'm moving this tunnel from over there to over here. Just mark the location I want it to be at. So it will be a straight line all the way to that teleporter once we get all the way through there. Our build is still digging out quite nicely. And of course I did not bring enough stone because I forgot about that hole. Which we no longer need. Okay, but that's the first bit of a move. What I will do is create a bit of a room around these so it looks less icky. I just need to decide what I want to do here. But that's a problem for another time. We are progressing quite nicely. As I move the stuff up each section, I will probably end up streaming like I have with this. Just so that those who don't want the nitty-gritty detail don't need to be bogged down with that. They can stick to the videos, which I'll do my progression on. But these major building projects I will do in streams like this for those interested in seeing how I go about it. Just want to drop these, block that last hole because it will be bugging me and I don't need nightmares tonight. I don't know why I'm struggling to sprint. Maybe I need to just eat a little bit. There we are. Okay, so our unearthers are set up. Still have 3 unbreakable brushes to put in, but I will wait for these guys to just get rid of some of the materials. I'll extract some of this. This one's happily brushing sand. And this dude is happily brushing gravel. It's being pumped out into our system. That is where the extra sand went. Why did it go here? I am pretty sure. There we go. There's our soul sand. It was actually just waiting to get in. Your stocking pipes will hold the items that it needs to insert if there's no room, which is great. The recipe pipes does the same thing, so it does make it a little bit simpler. Okay, that one's still got 91 durability. This one's got plenty of durability left. This one has no brush, but I'd rather save that unbreaking brush for something I'm using more of right now. Let's just pop over to the world engine, grab a few more of the brushes. There's 3 more. And that's actually all the brushes we've made. So once we get our geologist going, we can get some more netherite scrap, get the final brushes going. Just need 2 more of them, and we'll have brushes for everyone. Still need to find a way to automate soul sand a bit, because this fully charged only gives me 14 soul sand at a time. So I really need to find a better source of soul sand, which will most likely be my chickens, which hopefully we'll get into once I've moved my base around a little bit, get it set up a bit better. But for now, as always, be safe, have fun, and see you next time.